Now we all know golf is a really fun sport, but it's also quite a difficult sport to be very good at. But the great thing about golf is there's a handicap system, and that means irrespective of our abilities, we can all play in the same competitions, and on any given day, any one of us can win. Now, a recent survey showed that the average handicap of a golfer in the UK and Ireland is between 16 and 20, and that means that most of us have one extra shot per hole to keep us competitive. But I think it's fair, all of us would agree, we'd all like to get a little bit better at golf to get our handicap down. And really, the only way to do that is through practice, out here on the practice ground. So in this video, we've put together a couple of tips, a couple of drills to help you get the most out of your practice session. So let's get going. Now, most people cannot wait to get to the range and start hitting balls, but it's a good idea when you arrive on the practice ground to plan out your session, keeping track of how many shots you hit with each club and broadly where they go will be a lot more helpful than, say, hitting 50 drives straight out into the field. Also, it's not really possible to practice all aspects of your game in one session. Time and your own concentration levels, well, they won't allow it. It's a lot more sensible to break your practice down into shorter, more focused sessions. Now, I'm going to spend 1 hour on the range today, and I know that my putting needs a lot of work. So irrespective of what else I do, I'm going to make sure I spend 30 minutes over on the putting green practicing my drills. So planning out your sessions can really be helpful. Now, a lot of golfers on the range make a common and easy mistake. It's because we're hitting ball after ball on the range. Bad habits tend to get ingrained. So it's a good idea to video your swing. You can get a friend to video you, or you can buy a little tripod, set your camera on there and video your swing. That way you can have a look at your swing and look at the problems you're trying to rectify. Or do what I do, WhatsApp my swing to my PGA Pro for advice. There's lots of ways to video your swing. Here's some good tips. Number 1, down the line. Set the camera at hand height directly behind the line of the shot, 10 to 15 feet behind the golfer. This will show elements like the plane of the backswing and face angle at contact. Number 2, face on front angle. Set the camera perpendicular to the shot. From this angle, you can see the rotation of the knees, hips and shoulders, identifying any element that is out of sync. Number 3, slow motion. Slow the swing down to pick up small errors at any point of the swing. Another great way to practice is to pretend you're out on the course itself. Take a driver, take an iron, take a chip and take a putt. Pretend you're on a famous hole, maybe the 13th at Augusta. You'll need a big right to left drive to get down the hill. You might choose to hit an iron to lay up. You might take out your fairway wood and go for the green. Put yourself in that situation, play a hole on the range and really zone in your practice. This is a great tip from Luke Benoit at Interlaken. It's a chipping drill. And what you do is you put a marker ball or maybe a tee, 2 club lengths we'll say, from the pin, and what you consider a pretty easy chip on the chipping green. Then you've got 5 balls to see if you can hit them inside that marker ball. Then you retrieve your 5 balls, you move the marker ball a little bit closer to the hole, make it a little bit more difficult, and you go with 5 more chips. And finally, move that marker ball maybe 1 club length from the hole and hit 5 difficult chips. Add up your score out of 15, see how many you can get, and see can you improve week on week. A great little chipping drill. This is a great little putting drill. It's used by Jordan Spieth on the PGA Tour. It's called the gate crasher drill. Essentially how to set it up is pick maybe an 8 to 10 foot putt, a straight putt on the practice green, and place 2 tees halfway down the line of the putt. The tees should be far enough apart so that a ball can fit through between the tees. Depending how good you are, you can make them wider or narrower. What you do then is you hit 5 putts. You keep your score. Every ball that goes between the 2 tees gives you a half a point. Every putt that ends up in the hole after going through the 2 tees, you get a full point. See what you can score, maybe play against a friend or yourself. See how you can score week on week. See can you improve. That's the gate crasher drill used by Jordan Spieth. Now it goes without saying that the best way of practice is via a lesson from your local PGA pro. Your PGA pro is an expert in golf and the swing. They can look at your swing, assess it, give you drills to help you get the most out of your golf game, to help you really improve and get your handicap down. That's my pro. He's just finishing off a lesson and I'm up next, so wish me luck. So there we go, some tips and drills to help you get the most out of your practice session. A little bit of time on the range, a little bit of time practicing goes a long, long way. Hope you enjoyed it, folks, and best of luck getting that handicap down.